If you've ever wondered what it's like to bounce off of flying cows after being shot out of a cannon, Disco Cannon Airlines is the simulator for you. A preposterous concept that was guaranteed to draw my attention. Once you boot up the game, you are given almost no direction, except prompting you to hold the A button. An action that will shoot the disco-themed protagonist out of a cannon and into the air, which prompts the start of the game's one and only music track. Once you're in the air, you can look around in all directions, and you'll be able to slightly move back and forth with the D-pad or left stick. This movement is limited and hard to control. You are also able to boost your character upwards by pressing A, B, X, or Y. Doing so will let out confetti each time you do, color-coded depending on which button you press. You can also boost upwards if you bounce off of one of the flying objects in the game. There are airplanes, flying cows, and trampolines being carried by seagulls. A mishmash of assets that seem thrown together as they lack cohesiveness. The seagulls cannot be bounced off of and are there only for cosmetic effect. And if the seagulls are solely there to carry the trampolines, bringing an element of logic to the game, it leads me to question why there's no reason that the cows are flying. The airplanes are branded with a misspelled knockoff of Turkish Airlines, which is odd since the game is titled Disco Cannon Airlines. It seemingly would make more sense to have that name brandishing all the airplanes instead. There are no time limits, allowing you to bounce for as long as you want, only stopping the gameplay if you allow the protagonist to hit the ground. Each time you launch in the air, whether it's bouncing off an object or by propelling yourself with a button, you will be given a seemingly random amount of points that are added to the running point total in the top corner of the screen. Aside from the instructions to launch and this running point total, the game offers no hint at a purpose or a goal. I thought maybe some content would be unlocked if you reached different point totals. First, I went for 100,000, and when it rolled over, nothing happened. What about 500,000? Again, nothing. Then I went for 6 digits. Surely, if anything was going to get unlocked, it would be at 1 million points. And after mashing those buttons for so many minutes, again, I was met with disappointment when 1 million rolled over. I am confident if you could muster enough energy to play this game for 100 hours, you could fill the entire screen up with useless numbers with no max score in sight. Aside from avoiding the ground while launching yourself upwards, collecting pointless points, what is there to do in Disco Cannon Airlines? There aren't any in-game achievements or goals to aim for. And on Switch, you won't even get a platinum trophy. As the luster of Disco Cannon Airlines wore off, I thought, what if you do something out of the box? Maybe something will unlock. What if I went as high as possible? Eventually, if you mash enough buttons, you'll top out of the screen, which is effectively the same as hitting the ground. What about the mountain in the distance? It's the only interesting thing in the landscape. I thought maybe you can land on the summit. Although the peak is out of bounds, you can hit the mountain slope. And for all the setup, I got a minor visual glitch before the game reset me back in the cannon, ready for launch again. One last idea, the cannon itself. What if I launched and then I landed back in the cannon? As expected, nothing. Severely lacking purpose, Disco Cannon Airlines is a unique gaming experience that catches your attention for 10 minutes before the game's enjoyment gets completely grounded. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to the SpaceManRed channel for more gaming content.